with this job site, Daniel Pereira. We're doing 400 square feet, porcelain 20 by 20, and we have a plywood floor, and we're installing Durock. We're gonna screw the Durock in the subfloor, and we're not gonna nail because nails come up with time, so the screws last and they don't come up. So we can notice how the Durock is avoiding every line. Okay, you can notice over here, and all of these lines are being avoided. That has a purpose for flexibility, so the floor is very stable. Okay, and we're gonna start screwing these pieces in. We're gonna do our cuts, and then we're gonna put a mesh and go over with the multi-flax thin set. So all the joints are sealed, and with the mesh. Okay, we'll show a couple more videos later on. Right now we just finished screwing all the Durock to the subfloor, and we're going to start putting the mesh with the thin set on all the edges, on all the joints, and make sure everything is nice and even and solid. So we'll get back to you. Here we're going to do a quick tour. All the screws are in. I'm going to show you how many screws we put on per sheet. Look at that. Just to show you, you need screws. You need as much screws as you can. The more screws, the more warranty you have, the longer it will last. See, just over here you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. See, you need as much screws as you can. Okay? And okay, let's see all those screws. Put as much screws as we can. Okay, that's how it should be. Alright, and now we're gonna go next step, which is putting thin set with the mesh on all the joints. This is your next step. You have a multi-flex white thin set. Fill in the joints. Once this set is in, you're gonna get your mesh. It's gonna give you strength on all the joints. Once that's in, we're going to trowel. Do one more piece. Now we're gonna let that dry, and we'll come back and start installing the porcelain. Next job, we'll continue the videos after the rod was screwed in and patched all the joints with the mesh and thin set. We're installing the porcelain right now with 1/8 spacers, and it's looking very well, very nice. So just a quick demonstration. We use a 1/2-inch trowel. We have our porcelain, and we get to look at the arrow pointing that way. So every tile looks the same, so there's a pattern. Make sure all the edges are nice and even. There we are. See how close they are. Put them apart, put our spacers in, and off we go. Every single time. Turn it over, find the arrow, and start it. There we go. Same thing, all the edges are matching. Gone. Nice people. So on and so on. I'm sure a little bit of it. In that project that we worked, Mr. Brian, 400 square feet, and with subfloor of plywood, and we installed Durock, 1/2-inch Durock. We screwed it in to the plywood, and we sealed all the joints with the mesh and white flax thin set for better flexibility. And we installed this porcelain 20 by 20 with the 1/8 spacers, and now with the phase of routing. I'm going to show you this floor. We need to do a different kind of grouting because some spots on this floor was uneven. We had to add extra thin set material so the floor would be even. So because there were low spots, okay. So here I'm going to get the grout, which we have mixed. You can see the consistency, okay? It's like a paste. It's not watery, but too soft, and it's not dry. You don't want to put too watery because the grout's going to sink in and not good. And too dry, it's not going to adhere. It's going to just turn into sand with time. So the proper adding water and mixing is a must do right for your project to be 100%, good. So here we're going to show you this grout. Instead of going like this, like most installation, okay, you're not going to do that because the grout's only staying, a certain amount. In this floor, what we're going to do is we're going to squeeze it in. We have to squeeze it in so we can go as deep as we can, as much grout in as we can. It's more work, definitely, but it's a more guaranteed job. Okay, this is how we like to do our grouts because it goes as deep as we can, So it'll go all the way to the slab or to the Durock that's underneath the tile, you know, as much grout in, it'll give you a better resistance. Okay. Now the cleanup part. You got a clean sponge. We got our water. The sponge, it should be a grouting sponge. Okay. It has to be a clean sponge because it gives you a better finish. And when we start to do this, we're gonna do it in a circular motion. Okay. No pressure on your hands. Just circular motion on the lines. All right. This is just gonna. The tile is square, so we need the grout to be as even as we can to the edge of the tile. So this is how we're gonna do it. Right. I'm going to clean our sponge. And now, now that the grout's even, we took the excess. We're just going to run the sponge away from the lines. In other words, we're not going to go like that on top of the lines, otherwise you're going to sink your grout in. You're going to have, you know, different heights. We're going to go across the lines. Always across the lines. And now your grout is very even at the edge of the tile. You don't have, you know, grout that's lower in some spots and higher in others. When you get your corners like this, you know which way to go. Just go on the diagonal. You get both sides of the line. Look at that. Okay. And that was the grout. And we're going to continue on. And we'll show you a couple more videos later on. Okay. My name is Vinny with Pereira. I'm here with Mr. Brian Robello. He's one of our clients. And we just finished a job for him a couple days ago. And he just want to make some comments for us.
Yeah, basically I just want to say you guys did a spectacular job. Everything from the very beginning. I checked you guys out online. I watched some of these video testimonies and some of the photos that you guys had on there. Everything looked top notch. The email invite that you sent me with the appointment. Everything you said you were going to do, you did on time. To me, the time's pretty valuable, so you guys followed a specific timeline, which I really appreciated. And you guys impressed me before you even got in here. And then the way you treated all of my stuff, covering it, helped me move, everything you took care of before the job even was impressive. And then the finished product really just, it blew my expectations. Some of the input you guys gave and suggestions you made really helped out. And really this kind of transformed the whole house. You know, the 1/8 inch grout line looks spectacular. That was something I didn't really even know about. Really from beginning to end, it was a spectacular process. It looks great. It was for the right price, and I couldn't be happier. You guys were professional all the way through, and I really appreciate it.
I appreciate it. With the economy, how do you think were affordable? Was it high?
Yeah, no, I think you guys were spot on. You know, even a bargain, to be honest with you. As I shopped around, I got prices, and you guys really had one of the most competitive bids. And then all the other stuff outside of that, you know, you didn't waste any time on it. And you know, the job, from the photos I could see, I knew what you guys were doing, and there was some you know, there was a couple numbers I got that were smaller, but it was one of these, yeah, I think I know how to do that type of thing. You know, for the amount of professionalism that you guys used in the job, the price was, you know, below market value. So in this economy, you know, I'm imagining that it's important to keep the business going so well, and you guys did it great.
And referrals, would you refer us in the future for any of your friends, family?
Absolutely.
Non-friends and none? Yeah,
absolutely. I already have, actually. My brother came over here and he was commenting on what a great job it was, so I think he's already spoken to some of you guys about getting some of that Travertine done at his place. And I even sent out a couple of messages to friends I know that own houses, Facebook and whatnot, letting them know if they need some floors done. I got a tile guy now to give me a buzz and check your guys' site out.
Okay, well, maybe in the future we're going to do your patio in the future.
Yeah, absolutely.
Right? Thank you very much, appreciate it.
Appreciate it, man.
We'll take care of it.